Welcome to another episode of Chats with Chantla.
Welcome to another episode of Chats with Chantla. I'm Chantla Israel, I'm the host, and I have the amazing Nikia Smith, aka also known as Nikki, owner of the Beauty Mart 412. And we're going to be talking about all things holistic, permanent makeup, beauty, health, all of that. We're going to be covering it all in tonight's episode of Chats with Chantla. So before I get started, I just welcome you to another episode, and I'm so glad that you're here. You're going to have a lot of questions, so if you do, make sure you put it in the comment section and I'll ask the question that you have for our guest tonight on the screen on your behalf. So, Nikki, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great this evening. So happy to be here and very excited to talk to you today.
Yay. And I am too, because we were prepping for the show and there are so many great nuggets that she was talking about. So I know a lot of people are probably going to be jotting some things down, wanting to connect with her, and possibly just being a client very soon. So let's get this conversation started. And again, if you're watching, you have a question for our special guest, make sure you put it in the comment section. Shout out some support to her and also this platform. So let's get it started. Nikki, can you share with us your journey into holistic healing and wellness services?
Yes, actually, my journey became really started as a personal journey for myself for the fact that I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer on the top of COVID.
Mhm.
So it really just made me start really getting involved in more natural and non invasive, like healing for myself. So that's basically how I started my journey with my own, issues that I had going on with my health and wellness.
Okay, and you said that that happened during that at the height of COVID.
Yes, the,
That's
the beginning of COVID. Yes.
okay, and I'm so glad that you were able to make it through, and you're here today to have this beautiful conversation. And I know we're going to get a little bit deeper into that because I know that probably that experience helped encourage, motivate, and inspire you to do more in regards to how you're pursuing your career path. So it's a perfect segue into that question. What also, on top of your own personal experience, and inspired you to pursue a career path in holistic healing and services?
There, like I said, it was myself with the COVID, and also my aunt, who was very, very close to me, almost like my mother. She had a lot of health issues going on, as far as like heart conditions, different conditions like that. That I've learned that there are non-invasive options that we can do to help her with her health and wellness.
Hmm. And then with all that, with the non-invasive, because I know all of us are trained in this society to just go to the doctor, get the medicine that they prescribe. So, but when we're talking about the different things that you do, what are like some of the things that you feel like we can do to support ourselves, not ignoring the direction of the doctor, but also educating ourselves? So, on different things that we can do in regards to helping healing our body in a more holistic way.
Right. So I actually learned that we have like a lot of natural options. Like for one, I'm a certified yoni practitioner. So I've studied how to heal different conditions with herbs, the
Mhm.
natural way, the herbs that come straight from out of the ground. So I've learned that there are so many things that they can assist with, whether it is like hemorrhoids, cancer. I have a sauna detox blanket that I can use like for people that are going through chemotherapy and radiation. And it's like a non-surgical way where there's no downtime or anything. You just get in and
Mhm.
it's a process that you take that can help you with different things like bring the toxins out of your body, help boost your metabolism, certain things that are non-surgical,
Mhm.
non-invasive, and doesn't require any downtime.
And I love that because a lot of times people are it's difficult when you have different procedures done, whether it be a major surgery or a minor surgery. All surgeries to me are major because you're going under, you may be getting cut, you're something's going foreign in your body to make sure that you're recovering or you're healthy or the next steps. So when you talk about having no downtime or just doing something holistically, and what you're saying is like we're getting things from the earth, and not again, nothing that we're saying here, we're not medical doctors. These are experiences from personal experiences. She's a trained professional with multiple certifications. So we do have credibility in what she's saying, but we're just saying that there are other options, and sometimes other options are needed, because a lot of people are looking for other ways to do certain things because they don't like the side effects of some of the medicines that they're taking, that are being prescribed to them pharmaceutically. So I love that you're giving different options in holistic ways. But also, I just want to know as we talk, what type of approaches do you do or use to specialize in your holistic healing and wellness?
So my approaches, like I said, they're natural, non-invasive. Like I have non-surgical body contouring that can assist with a lot of different things. Like, of course, the physical appearance, of course, but it also can help with different things like inflammation in the legs or arthritis. I use the wood therapy to help assist with that as well. We have some clients that come in, like I said, had arthritis maybe 10, 15 years. I use the body contouring and my wood therapy, which are both non-surgical treatments, things. And these are people that really struggle with these issues and didn't have any relief for like 15, 20 years. They come in 45-minute session, one treatment, and they feel relief with this.
And for people who don't know what wood treatment is, can you just give us an idea of what that is so we can kind of visualize or picture what that you like instrument is and then how it's applied to the body to provide
Yes, yes. So actually, the wood treatment actually are tools that I use to do the process with. So they're actually tools. They're shaped different ways to smooth the body out in different parts of your body. So we can smooth like cellulite. You can
relief?
transfer fat. It can help your blood flow and different things like that in a natural way, where otherwise you would need surgery to do these things. But it's in a natural way, no downtime, no pain really. And if you feel anything, it's like receiving a massage. You're sore after a massage, but nothing major.
Good. And so do you have a lot of clients that do that? Because like what I thought about when you said the wood treatment is like a lot of people a popular procedure that they were doing cosmetic surgery coming and getting their lymph nodes or lymphatic drains. It has is that something that a lot of people use in that like type of service for things like that as well?
Yes, it is. So I do have a great amount of clients that do come in and receive the wood therapy, and they're receiving the wood therapy for like joint issues,
Mhm.
inflammation, arthritis, different things like that, and it has been very successful. Like it come in, we help drain their lymphatic system and everything, and they feel great when they get up after their first treatment.
I can just imagine because it's so much relief from your like your joints and your
Yes.
bones and things like that, that it's going to help you probably walk more freely and just more erect sometimes if you're having trouble, especially in your back, and you're just kind of like wanting that relief. Probably people don't, again, we're so used to just running to the doctor, getting a prescription and not really seeking other options. But if
Right.
you're just now joining, I have the amazing Nikia Smith, also known as Nikki to me, owner of the Beauty Mart 412. And if you have a question and about anything that we're speaking about, please put it in the comment section. I'll bring it up on the screen on your behalf. But if you don't, we're going to continue this conversation. So, Nikki, you said two things earlier already. You said the yoni steams, you're certified in that, and then an infrared blanket. Before we move on, I want you to give a breakdown about what the yoni steam is and who actually can use it.
Okay, so the yoni sting actually is a vaginal sting where it cleanses the vagina and the uterus on the woman. And what happens is I have a seat that you sit on, and I infuse herbs. I customize different herbs based on the client and what health or wellness issue they have going on. And they sit on this steam pot. They sit over the steam pot. And they undress from the waist down. They sit on the steam pot for 30 minutes, and it assists with a lot of things. And this is another one that is non-invasive, no pain. It's all natural. It's natural herbs that I use to infuse, and it helps with things like hemorrhoids, infidelity, erection dysfunction. It helps with fibromyalgia, menopause, hot flashes. There's so many different things that it helps with, and they're all natural.
Yeah. And when people are like possibly thinking like, how does that help? Again, these are natural herbs that people have been practicing these type of services for centuries. It's just we weren't using them and like society, because we're so used to just calling up the doctor, getting to the appointment and getting a prescription. Again, we're not saying that you can't do those things. We're just having this conversation to give you other options, because there are other options out there. And the reason why I know that herbs are healing and things are done in that way, because my grandmother, bless her soul, she's no longer with us, but she was 97 years old, and she would direct me on using certain herbs like peppermint when I had an upset stomach, when I had engorged breast from childbirth, cabbage leaves with olive oil. So all these different herbs have been used. You have a toothache or earache, the essential oils that come from herbs and leaves that she's telling us to use, and they worked because 97 years ago they weren't practicing going to the doctor as frequently as we do today. So they had to come up with different remedies, and a lot just came from the earth that we were using. And so I just know that these practices have been, they're not new, they're just new or familiar to us now, but these have been in, centuries. So when you're hearing this, don't be afraid. Like, what is this? This has been practiced in other countries, other areas, other parts of the world on a daily basis. And we're just now hearing a lot more about it here in the States. But I know a lot of people have experienced the yoni steam and really enjoy the results and the outcomes from it. And you said that it helps with infertility, hemorrhoids, different things like that. But you did say something in regards to males. So is the yoni steam the same for a male, or is it something different?
Okay, so no, we have well, it's almost the same process, but I have the yoni sting, which is for the women, and the king sting, which is for the men. The king
Okay.
sting for the men, it actually cleanses the male penis, prostate, their colon. It helps, like I said, with his erection dysfunction, their blood flow. It can help with depression if you're having a hard time sleeping. I have different herbs that I can customize depending on what's going on with the male or the female that can help you in a natural way. 30 minutes thing, like I said, zero downtime, and you feel great when you're done. It
Yeah.
detoxes you, it brings the toxins out. It helps cleanse the vagina or the penis
I, and
naturally.
And I love that, because the conversation that we're having is not just you're servicing one gender, but you're serving, it's an all inclusive. So if
Right.
you are thinking about, oh no, that's not somewhere that I'm going to go. And when you're having a service, the level of privacy and confidentiality, it's not that you have a room full of, clients there at the same time. How do you do that? How do you protect your clients' confidentiality and privacy when they come in? Do you is it single appointments? How do you do that to
Right.
ensure that?
So we're very big on the intimacy experience, the intimate experience, and the privacy. So we are by appointment only. Although I can accept same day appointments, but we're by appointment only because we like for everyone to get their own one-on-one time, your own privacy, and just get the care and the treatment that you deserve to have while you're here.
Absolutely. And Nikki, we are not going to downplay what you do, because our conversation that we had leading up to this, there are so many things that you're doing. And as we talk, if you're feeling nervous, they're going to be nerves are going to get out. Girl, she has an amazing, beautiful personality and a story that is so motivating and inspiring, that's going to encourage somebody who's thinking that they can't do it because they've went through some difficulties, maybe some challenges. Stick through this conversation, be encouraged, because when I heard her story, I was like, a lot of us may have quit. When you at the height of COVID, when we're hit with a pandemic, a virus that, we've never seen before, get diagnosed with thyroid cancer and come out of that learning, things from the doctor, and also benefiting, learning holistic ways to heal herself as well. And then now saying other people deserve to have this as well, and not, have these things kept to ourselves. So as you're watching, again, if you have a question or you have a shout out or just want to show her some support, make sure you put it in the comment section. I would love to bring that up on the screen, because Nikki, I know there are a lot of people that have used your services
Yes.
and they're here supporting you. And they could even say, some of the experiences that they had, and just saying, yes, I'm a testimony. I've done it. And this
Right.
is what my results were. And I'm continuing to be a client. But I know that you do so many things, but you spoke about an infrared blanket. So I know you said that it helps bring relief to patients that are going through chemo. Who else can use the infrared blanket?
So this blanket is really great. Anyone actually can use it as long as you don't have like a pacemaker or any heart conditions or if you have a fever at the time. But anyone can use this blanket. It helps bring the toxins out of your body. It helps boost your immune system, your metabolism. It can help assist with weight loss. If you have migraine, headaches, fatigue,
Mhm.
hard to sleep at night, if you're having trouble sleeping, it helps with all of these things as well. It's a 45-minute treatment where you're in the blanket. The temperature goes up to 77 degrees, and it really helps. Makes you feel
And
like a person when you get out.
and so I know that you're talking about how you provide services to your clients. What type of like precautions do they just walk in and say they want a service and you just give it to them, or what do you do to make ensure that they are that a service that you're giving to them would work for them?
Right. So we actually have consent forms for each process, each procedure that any client comes in and gets. So actually, I screen them very well. So it tells them the process that they're going to receive, any risk, any medical conditions that they have that they should not go with that. I have clients that are like coming in to receive, and then we see that they have a condition and they're not able to get it because of that. So I make sure that I have consent forms and also just educate them on a process and a procedure before we even start the service.
Absolutely. So when she's talking about services, just not every service that's going to be something that I can do, somebody else might not be able to do, or vice versa. And what she's saying is how she's doing that is she's pre-screening, she's getting a questionnaire, she's asking your health conditions, she's asking what you would like to have done so that if she has to do an herbal blend, she knows what it's for.
Right.
So it's not that you just make the appointment and there's no questions. She's going to give you a consultation about what is going to be a great recommendation for a service for you and not just give you something without having knowledge. So I just
Correct.
wanted to make sure that people understood that at the Beauty Mart 412, you know that you're getting exceptional service because pre-screening, confidentiality, and privacy is happening before any service is performed on you. So I just want to make sure that you're clear on that. And we're going to continue this beautiful collaboration, these questions. But I believe that somebody may have some shout outs. So Kim, she's joining us. So Kim Wilson Rose, thank you so
Hey,
much for
Kim.
joining us. And she probably had a response to an earlier question. She said, yes, you do. And I believe in regards to like the privacy and the comfort that you provide to the clients when they come in to perform services. And Jordan Pratt, who is a serial entrepreneur, he wanted to give you some shouts out and he
Hey,
just said he loves
Jordan.
Black owned businesses. Yes, we're absolutely doing that. And Kim also said that she was like, Amen. She said, I am a testimony to many of her services. And I can tell when I went that she's like, she hasn't missed a week ever since she started going. So, Kim, I love that. And if you have any other remarks, please add them. If you're watching and you have a question, please put in the comment section and I'll ask it on behalf of you to Nikki. But we're going to continue this beautiful question, these beautiful questions with Nikki here. And Nikki, I just think that a lot of times, a lot of people are afraid of what they don't know or not trusting. So you talk about getting your herbs and different things like that. Do you purchase your herbs locally or where do you get them?
Okay, so I actually do purchase my herbs locally. I just went today and had a little trip. Took my daughter so she got to see. I purchased my herbs from the food co-op
Okay.
locally here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So we know that they're all natural. They're great. There's nothing wrong with them. They're being grown the correct way and are safe.
Absolutely. And so not only are you a business that's happening in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but you're also giving back to other
Right.
local businesses as
Right.
well. So co-ops and I just think that that's incredible because she could order them from a big box, store, she could get them from Amazon, but she is going locally and she's investing back into her community. And that says volumes because a lot of times people don't, turn around, reach back and pull another person up. So you're
Right.
doing that and I
Right.
love that. And I love that what you do, it doesn't just hit home with you, but it's family members that you help. It's people that are inspiring you. You're servicing people of different genders. You're making it an all inclusive salon. So I know there's other things that we're going to talk about, and I cannot wait to talk about them. Andre, thank you so much for joining. He gives you the
Thank
strength. So
you, Andre.
encouragement. And he's another serial entrepreneur, being big
Okay.
things. He's a Uniontown native, but doing some amazing things in the Pittsburgh area and basically worldwide. So we'll eventually have his story on Chats with Chantla too. But we're gonna keep this going because the other thing I want to ask you is, what are some of the challenges, like a challenging case that you've encountered and dealing with maybe a client or a service that they wanted to have done, and how you performed it? So how do you approach it when in your holistic practices when you have a challenge that you're faced with?
So actually, I don't know if my challenge is really considered a challenge, but the biggest one for me, I have like family members and people close to me that I know can benefit from these services. And the
Mhm.
challenge is getting them here to
Mm,
to see that they can really benefit from those services. That's really the biggest challenge that I think that I have right now. Like I have an uncle that I need to get in here. And my challenge out, is getting him in here to try the services.
yeah. And so do you like just continue to encourage them? Do you use other testimonials from other people? So what do you, what how are you doing it? Are you just speaking with them or just reminding them that there's other options?
Well, I speak to them, and anytime I talk to them, I make sure that I speak to them and educate them. But I
Mhm.
also try to just educate my community and everyone around me so that eventually he's going to see it. So I'm just,
Mhm.
using my time to educate and bring awareness to the community and the neighborhood so that he will see that this is a thing, it does work, and be ready to give it a try.
Absolutely. And I know that a lot of times, and not to bring race into the conversation, but a lot of people, black and brown people, we don't trust a lot of times because
Right.
of just different experiences that we've had in the healthcare system. So it kind of like makes us afraid to step out and try something new just because of different things that we've read about, different things we've experienced. And but now it's the time to do what's best for yourself in a healthy way, in a holistic way, whether it's just, self-care, whether it's, something medically, and you're offering these services. And not only are you offering them, you're offering them in such a great intimate way that it's not a service, it's an actual experience.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that under people understand that there's a difference, like walking into somewhere, getting serviced, with your nails a certain way. You're experiencing something when you come, beautiful when you come to the Beauty Mart
Yeah.
412. And Nikki is doing that. Her staff that we're going to start talking about as well, because there's other services that she asked, performs and provides. But it's just something great. And Kim just wanted to say, she said that was me. That she said, when you're talking about your uncle and the challenge, and she said that she loves that she goes there. It's not about the money. It's about how she's learned about awareness and different things
Mhm.
on how to have other options outside of just going to see a medical doctor. And that's true. A lot of times, Nikki, it's people are just scared or
Right.
because they don't know. And we're convinced that we have to do it the way that it's always been done. And it can't work if it's not going to a doctor, sitting in a waiting room, getting your name called, going back, putting that gown on, sitting on that tissue paper on the table, and then waiting for the doctor to come in. And, in other countries outside of the United States, this is practices that are happen all the time.
Yes.
They call them functional doctors and things like that, and functional services that they do. So, just because you've never experienced it and you don't know about it, teach yourself.
Right.
Go visit our shop. It's in Pittsburgh. If you're anywhere that you can ride, people are coming locally, people are coming hours away to get your services. So, Nikki, like I know that you do holistic wellness and healing services, but you also do permanent makeup. How did you get into permanent makeup?
So I got into permanent makeup because, like I said, I had the thyroid cancer. And I just wanted to help, people that went through certain things that I may have possibly went through, myself. So I decided, okay, I learned how to do the permanent makeup so I can do microblading and do eyebrows for women or people that had cancer, or even help with the areola on their breasts for cancer patients. So
Mhm.
that's what made me go decide to be a permanent makeup artist. I'm actually a 3-time permanent makeup artist. I went to Vegas and was certified as well.
So, how many certifications do you have in all that you do? The holistic healing, the permanent makeup. You can just a number. Just give us out a number because I know it has
So,
to be pretty big.
right. So to be honest with you, I really lost count at 40. Like I'm
Wow.
probably at like 46 right now,
Wow.
but around 40, 45 certifications I have. Like I have like a bed full of them. I can spread them out on the whole floor.
So that's another thing. She has been investing in herself to get these certifications so she can give you the best experience when you come to the Beauty Mart 412. Nikki, also, what I think about is a lot of times, and we spoke about this, and it's very important because you didn't wait for other people to invest in you, you invested in yourself. So
Right.
we talked about different things that we liked, how much we like luxury items, but you, what you were doing with your money is you were buying the next piece of equipment or you were enrolling in another class. So tell us a little bit about why you chose to invest in yourself so deeply.
I chose to invest in myself so deeply because of my own personal experiences. Like, I mean, not only for myself, but close members of my family. Like, not only did I have, thyroid cancer, but I had a hysterectomy when I was
Mhm.
younger. I had cysts on my fallopian tubes. All of these things, I actually have pros- uh, I also have things that can help
Mhm.
relieve those without even receiving surgery. Where I had to have surgery, I had to have my
Mhm.
fallopian tube removed, I had to
Wow.
receive a hysterectomy. You know, all of these things. My daughter, after she had my grandbaby, she had to have a major surgery with hemorrhoids, and I had to help her recover for
Mhm.
6 weeks and be off of work. Where I have clients that one session, 30 minutes thing, this is helping, give them relief, really taking the hemorrhoids away or whatever they're going through. So just my own personal experience. And as I start learning and studying and I start, experiencing with people and see that it really worked, it just got deeper into me because I know these things work and I know how it feels and what I had to go through as far as the downtime, the surgery, the pain, how long it takes for you to even find out what's going on or to get
Right.
relief. So just a whole personal experience.
And I love and thank you so much for sharing, some of the things that are so close to your heart about the experiences and the healings that you have done for even family members and close friends. So we have Amber. She said she loves seeing Black women and men winning. So she's supporting us. She's watching. Thank
Thank
you so
you,
much for
Amber.
joining us. And then also the encouragement. But Nikki, also when you're talking about the services that you provide, whether obviously for the holistic services, what age group do you start like performing the services on?
Okay, so like we are a one-stop shop, so we are beauty, health, and wellness. So we really start from little baby ages. We have little girls that come in here like 2 years old. They get
Mhm,
their hair braided, little hearts and stuff, and
mhm,
beads put in their hair. We have seniors that come in here, all ages. It doesn't matter the age. We have little boys that come in here and get their locks twisted and styled. Older ladies that come in and get their hair done. We have, all ages.
and then, so when I'm the reason why I'm asking this question is that I have a passion project that's dear to me, and it's talking about menstrual cycles and things like that. And I know girls can have their first cycle. It could be as young as 9, it could be 12, 14. It's different for everybody, but cramps could start that early, that
Yeah.
young. So if I had a 13 or 14-year-old daughter who was experiencing severe cramping and she needed relief, and I didn't want to just give her Midol all the time. Would she be someone, if we came and we got, pre-screened and answered some questions, would she somebody be some of an age that she could use one of your holistic or Yanni steams to be able to help with the relief, or is that someone you would turn away?
No, definitely. I actually have a couple clients that are like the one client, she's just started her cycle within this last year, and she would have to take off of school 2 or 3 days at a time
Mhm.
each month. So what I do is she come in and I have a special steam made for her. She comes in a couple days before her cycle, and she do the steam and it helps give her relief. She doesn't have the bad cramps or the difficult period, the heavy bleeding or anything like that. Is really great.
And how many services or how many experiences did she have to have before she started to feel relief?
Oh, well, her first after, okay, so she came, the first time she came, right before her cycle came, after her steam, her
Mhm.
cycle came, and she felt the relief right away. She actually didn't even know she was on her cycle until she
Yeah.
wiped. She didn't even know.
Wow.
No
And
crown
then
or anything.
that I think that's amazing. So do a lot of people feel relief after their first service or their first experience with you?
Yes. So actually it's like they feel the relief during the service. So
Mhm.
most people within 10 or 15 minutes of this thing, they'll feel the relief. Like if someone is here and they're suffering from fibroids, they come here, they already have the cramping in their back. The first 10 minutes, they're like, oh, I feel my back, the pain's coming out of their back, or
Mhm.
anything that they have going on. A ionic foot detox, you'll have someone that their leg will be really swollen, and before the detox is like 15 minutes a process, their swelling is going down in their knee. They can see it. You can
Yeah.
visibly see it as you're receiving a treatment.
I could imagine like the body contouring with the wood therapy is something that a lot of people probably could see. And that would probably become something that I would want to see on a regular basis. So I'm going to be like scheduling 3 and 4 times weeks ahead so that I can return. But
Right.
I just wanted to know because a lot of times, you have to wait a long time, or not, I want to say a long time, but a longer period of time to get results from other methods that we practice. And again, we're not medical professionals. We're just talking from experience that we just want people to know that there's other options and there's holistic
Right.
ways that you can do things and experience. And again, you could experience it one time and say, this is great and it works for me. And you can experience it one time and say, this isn't for me. But at least offer the opportunity to yourself by going to the Beauty Mart 412, finding out what services are there, getting things done. And it's just like I said, it's not just for holistic wellness and services, but there's permanent makeup, there's health and beauty, and it's a beauty salon. But when we're talking about the permanent makeup services, what type of services do you offer? Because you said microblading, blading. What else though do you offer
Right.
in regards to
So we offer, like I told you, I have over 40 permanent makeup certifications, but I do like the microblading, which is the tattoo, semi-permanent tattoo on your eyebrows. So there's different patterns or different shades you can get, but permanent eyebrows, the eyeliner, a mole, I can do stretch mark removal, the
makeup?
aerial, lash extensions. I mean, I can go on and on.
I know a lot of people. I've seen the new
Lip gloss.
permanent makeup thing, the lip. The I've seen a few people that get the permanent lip color. Have you
Right.
had clients that were interested in that as well?
So yes, I actually had one client recent that got the lip blush on her. She has to come back to get her touch up, but she had one session already. Yes, and
And
it's
so what
almost like your lip. It's like a lipstick almost, but it's
okay.
permanent. So you don't have to keep it on. If your lips are darker, you can get a lighter shade. But I mean, it doesn't wipe off. It's
Mhm.
semi-permanent, almost still like a tattoo, but it's on your lips.
Okay, and is that downtime or the healing time long for
No, the downtime isn't long. It's almost like the same time that a tattoo,
okay.
the time for a tattoo to heal.
Okay. And then so you do all these services. Do you host parties and events?
Yes, I did. Yes, we host They're So Cute spa parties for, I mean, anyone, but we've had spa parties for women and little girls so far. We haven't had any guys, but I got one coming up for my
Okay.
grandbabies, my grandsons. But yes, we do. They're so cute. We have spa parties. They do karaoke. They receive all their services, their hair, their makeup, their eyebrows, whatever it is that they want when they book their package. We close the place down and just let them have their way, get all dolled up with their self-care.
And so you provide them like with robes and different items that are theme related to the
Yes,
party that they're having there. So
yes.
that tell us like so you can have that is like what's the largest group that you can have or the smallest group just in
Right.
case someone's
So,
watching and you know.
right, you can do from 6 to 10 people. We can't go over 10 people because, that we don't have enough room for that. But from 6 to 10 people, you will have the spa closed down for you privately for you and your party during that time. And like I said, it depends on what package you receive. You can get like facials, you can get your nails done, your hair done. We have karaoke if they want. They do all kind of stuff. We had a slime spa party. A little girl, she had a spa party, but they made slime. So we have a lot of things that you can do.
And then the Beauty Mart 412 does beauty, health, and wellness. And you spoke earlier about different hair services that you provide. So is your hair services, are you specializing in natural services? Are they, like, when we say natural, I'm not just saying wear your hair natural and non-invasive options. Is it different, sir, like your products? Are they also natural that you're using or working to use?
Yes, we are. We are working towards being natural with all of our services, with our hair care, our nail care, and our skin care. Like, actually, my esthetician, she uses all natural products. And she also is a nail tech. She uses natural products, and we have natural products for our hair, our beauty part too, as far as the hair. If you're coming in and get your locks done, we have detoxes and things that we can do naturally for your hair. We have different treatments if you have like your scalp, different issues with your scalp, alopecia, and we're handling that on a natural approach as well.
And the reason why I asked that is because you're doing so many other things such a natural way. Like the hair is another way because it's the scalp and it
Right.
enters your body just like it can enter, other ways. So I just wanted to know because there are a lot of times, especially Black and brown women, we have used a lot of chemicals in our hair that cause, medical conditions such as cancer and different things like that. So I just wanted to make sure that we understood, like, when you're coming here, it's not just one level of the services that she provides that are natural, but she is, again, a one-stop shop beauty for beauty, health, and wellness, but it's natural. And
Right.
that to me is such a determining factor on whose chair I'll sit in because I want to take care of my body. I want to take care of my body from head to toe. And you offer that. These are
Yeah.
experiences and services that you offer. And I think that's beautiful because a lot of times we can't even pronounce what's on the back of the label,
Right.
you know, and it's difficult. If I can't say it, then I probably shouldn't be using it. And when I think about you, like in your herbs, how do you know like what herbs to mix together to give to a client?
Right. So the reason why I know is just because I am certified and I study like all day long, probably even in my sleep. But I just study all the time, And there is not any service that I offer that I have not done on myself or a family member. So I know that they work. I know you understand what I'm saying, but I've
Mhm.
studied so much and I just like I just became good at it. I know what herbs to put with what. I know what not to mix with certain people. Like I know what herbs. There's certain herbs that you do not give a person that does not want to conceive. So I
Mhm.
know which herbs to give to someone who has fertility issues or someone who
Right.
doesn't want. So I know all of that. Herbs are used to
Yeah.
someone has different medical conditions or if they're taking different medications or different things that they have going on. And it's just from me being certified and me just studying, you know, what I've learned, what I know.
Yeah. And I want to make sure that people understand, like, one of the motivations for you is that, she wants to help people have a better quality of life.
Right.
It's not about putting the money in the bank account, seeing the bank account grow. It's about really changing the quality of life for people. Why is that so important to you, Nikki?
It's so important to me, like I said, because of my own experience with my own health and my aunt. Like I said, I watched her suffer in ways that I know that the things that I know now, even if it wouldn't have saved her, because she did pass away, it's been a year now. But even if it did not save her, it would have gave her a better quality of life while she was there. So that's why it's so important. And we don't, and these are things we don't know about. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I have an uncle that have the same issues going on and he doesn't know about it. He's not aware of it. So I just want to make sure that I can help give people a better quality of life and bring awareness. Even if no one comes to me and receive these services, I just want to bring awareness so you are aware of the services. You can go do your own research and you can go receive them from somewhere else, but just be aware that these options are available to us. Alternatively, to surgery and the medications that they have out there.
Yeah. And I heard it in your voice and when you were talking about your aunt that was so close, like a mother to you, that the service that you offer, the experiences that you offer, they hit close to home.
Right.
So it's very personal and you want to bring these experiences that you've apply to yourself and family members, because again, as you just said, it's about changing or creating a better quality of life. Who doesn't want a better quality of life?
Right.
And but you do better when you know better. And what you just said is it's about awareness. And you're not saying it only happens if you come to the Beauty Mart 412. You said educate yourself, and if you go somewhere else, at least you have an alternative to
Right.
go. So it's not like you're greedy, you want to hold all the money and all the ways that you can do things. I'm here to make sure people are aware, they make the best choice for their life and their situation. And then possibly having a better quality of life means they could possibly have a longer life.
Yes.
Because of that. And I just think what you're doing is so admirable, and it's so needed. And it's a beautiful thing, because when I think about that, that truly, truly, truly matters to a lot of us. And let me just go back to the thing that I love, that services are appointment only. And you're never going to see at the Beauty Mart 412 walk in. You can walk in, but your walk in is going to be an inquiry. It's not going to be a walk in where you just sit down and get last minute and get something. And it's all because, Nikki, the experience that you want to give to someone, the knowledge that you want to do, like you want to have that consultation, you want to have that one-on-one conversation and learn about the person that's about to be your client, to give them the best experience that they're going to have there. So I love that you do that. And you talked about the different services. How many staff do you have?
Right now I have, hold on, I'm sorry, I got to count.
It's okay.
Right now I have 5 staff.
Wow. And how long have you been in business?
Since December 1st, we start accepting our first client, December 1st.
Of 2020.
2023.
So you have done all of this in such a short time. It's not even been a year.
Right.
And how do you feel about being able to grow in such a quick pace and, bring about a 5-team staff? That it's, for some people, they may say, oh, it's only 5 people. In business, 5 people that's a lot. And then in a short period of time, that's not in, years, that's in months that we're talking. And that is exponentially growing so quickly. But what are some of the future aspirations that you do have for the Beauty Mart 412?
In the future, I plan, because I'm claiming it, I plan for it to turn into a wellness clinic. So it's going to be, a health and wellness clinic where you'll be able to come in and, all the non-surgical, non-invasive health and wellness treatments that you can receive. It'll be a clinic where you'll be able to come in and receive those treatments.
And then do you see yourself growing where you would need multiple locations?
Oh, absolutely. That's my number one thing. I plan. I am going to have my spa is going to be in 3 different states. I'm not sure which 3. I already have so many people already are like ready and waiting for me. So I'm really not sure where they're going to be, but I have I'm going to be in 3 different states.
And Nikki, I also know that you don't just, you're just not an entrepreneur, but I would say you've dabbled in like public speaking about your business outside of just, coming on Chats with Chantla, that you went to events and talked about, what you do. Tell us about some of those experiences.
Right. Yeah. So my last event was at the African American Music Institution located here in Pittsburgh on Hamilton. What I am doing still is like I said, I want to bring awareness to our community, let them know, what options we have, and just to bring awareness. Like a lot of people do not know that these options are here. So I've just been trying to get myself out there in the community to let everyone know what we do have to offer at the Beauty Mart 412, and just to let them know this is who I am. If you have any questions, and everything like that. And at these events, people, I have gained a lot of clients that to the events. I mean, so many came to the event, made appointments there at the event, and they're like ongoing clients right now that really have received a lot of help with different things that they've been suffering with for years. 15 years, like I said, I have a lot of clients that say 15 years they've been going through something.
Wow.
20
Yeah.
years in one treatment, and I call and check on them the next day and they're like, I feel so much better, or they're receiving the services and calling their family members while they're there, like, you need to get down here,
Right.
So yes.
And I love how you care for your clients. It's not they come in, they pay for a service, and they get that experience, but you just said that you follow up with them the next day. Do you do that with all of them, or is it, why do you do that? Why is that important to you to follow up?
Because I care how they feel. Like when you first come in, I want to know how you're feeling when you first come in. I want to, Kim will tell you, I want to know your expectations. Like, how do you feel? What's hurting you? What do you expect to receive out of this? And the next day, I want to know how you're feeling, because if you're not feeling good, then guess what? We need to find something else. But I haven't had no one yet that didn't say they weren't feeling better. But, and that's another reason why I like to have the by appointment only rule, is because I can get more close and personal. As far as, like if I go to the doctors, there's some things that if you're rushing me, I may forget or I may not speak to you about as much. But if we're just here casually, just going through my appointment, I'm going to hit more things than I would if I was being rushed.
Absolutely. And that's what I love, is like you're going to these events and you're speaking, and sometimes you're doing it all by your lonesome and you're making sure it gets happened. So people are asking you questions, you're booking appointments, so you're doing all these things. But what I really enjoy that you said is, like, when you're talking, people literally are encouraged to want to try a service right then and there, from absolutely just hearing what you're saying, never experiencing anything. But then once they do experience it, they then refer, because that's what I was going to ask. Are your clients referral based? So basically you kind of asked, but give us a little bit, like how, like you said, sometimes they're right there and they're calling and saying you need to get here. How often would you say, is it like maybe 7 out of 10 times someone's doing that, or is it happening almost every time?
So it actually is like the majority of, so I'll say the majority of my clients are referral based. They're literally referral based. And when people get here, they are like, they refer someone else. They're coming here, they're feeling it, because you get to see right then and there that what you came here for, you can really tell that this is working. Right away, you can really tell. Like I have the one client, his doctor told him that he had severe inflamed prostate. So he came in and he received the King's theme. I talked to him before, so I personalized it for him before he came. And he sent me a message the next day. I put it on my Facebook. He sent me a message the next day stating that, he know that he has to come in more than one time, but he already feels the relief. The pain that he had in his back no longer was there, and those are things that you're not going to get that relief one visit, going.
And so, Nikki, I know right now you're like, oh, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I want you to pat yourself on the back, because one is, most times when we go to our traditional doctors and you're getting in there, you do the questionnaire in the waiting room, you hand it to maybe an administrative person there, then you go back, then you're greeted by somebody else. You're getting passed off so many times before you even actually see the doctor or the specialist. They're dealing with you firsthand from the very beginning to the end. That is extraordinary. And I say that because that doesn't happen a lot of most other places when you're going to, dealing with your health or your wellness. You're seeing 2 and 3 people before you even see the person you actually came to see. So if I got to meet you and I'm dealing with you first and foremost from the very beginning, I'm loving that, because that's just a different type of experience. So what made you decide, I want to be from beginning to end and not pass them off to one of your staff?
Because I know when I was going through my sickness, my illness with my cancer, I know just family members, not only mine, but other family members. I just know how it is when you're going, when you're sick and you have to go to the doctors and everything. And I just know what I need. I know, how I feel when it comes to my health or my wellness, the things that I know that I need, or my mother or someone else. Like I know my mother wants privacy. I know that you know what I mean? So I just try to do the way I would want myself to be treated,
Mm,
someone I love and care about to be treated. And I know for me, I need to be able to talk to the person caring for me.
right.
I need to talk to you so I can tell you what's going on, because by the time a person relays that message 3 times, the important pieces can be left off.
Mm, hmm again, I commend you because what you're doing is incredible and it's just going to grow exponentially and it's going to have so much more success. But we do have people that are joining. And Tyler, thank you so much for joining. And she asked Kim, is this the place that you posted about? And she said, Kim said yes. And she said, I'm going to check it out. So, Tyler, thank you so much for
Thank
joining in
you.
tonight. I really appreciate you joining, listening. You're going to definitely get some contact information to reach out to the Beauty Mart 412 so that you can actually connect. And what Kim also said, she loved the experience. She said, yes, the experience is very personal from beginning to end. That is so important. And the reason why I say it's important because you might come in, like you said, at the beginning and feel in one way at the beginning of your experience. And at the end, it can completely be transformational where you want to share what you did because you don't want to walk away. You want to be celebrated. You want to celebrate the relief that you're having. And Nikki, that's that what you're doing. I hope anybody that's watching, if you're in any type of service that you're dealing with people, that you handle them from beginning to end if you can. If it's in your power and control, do that because she's saying, I'm only doing what I want people to do for me. It's not
Right.
like you're literally caring for the same people and it's I mean in the same way that you would want to be cared
Right.
for. So that's your heart is different. Not
Right.
everybody's heart, it's a heart condition on how you actually handle people and you have a beautiful heart. And I think that's
Oh, thank
why you're
you.
so successful in what you do because there is so much success that's coming. But I know people that are watching are like, okay, Chantla, you're talking. I want to know how I can connect with her. So, where are you located first and foremost? If you can share the address and that our audience can have that, they can jot it down. If you're just now joining, you missed a lot, so you're gonna have to hit that replay button to get all this information. But you're joining at a perfect time to find out where the Beauty Mart 412 location is.
Okay, so we are located at 551 Long Road, Pittsburgh, PA 15235.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to find you on Facebook, how would they find you?
If you want to find me, you can just look my name up, Nikia Smith, on Facebook.
And then what is the business telephone number? I'm putting it up, acting like I don't already have it prepared,
Right.
but I still
Um,
want you to share.
the business telephone number is 678-353-8967.
Okay. So you got where you can find the physical location. Let me just reiterate that. That is 551 Long Road, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15235. You can find her on Facebook at Nikia Smith. And her business telephone number is 678-353-8967. You want to call for all your beauty, health, and wellness needs. This is not to be played with. At least give it one chance, give your experience to your body and your health an opportunity. Beauty, health, and wellness is being covered at the Beauty Mart 412. Also, I just want you, Nikia, we're closing out on this beautiful collaboration and very important conversation. What are some last words that you would tell anybody that's watching, whether it's an entrepreneur who is kind of afraid to take the first step to go into their journey, or somebody who is dealing with a health issue that wants, I want you to talk about both, that wants a different alternative. How would you encourage them to come to the Beauty Mart, and how would you encourage somebody who's stepping into business for the first time to keep moving forward?
Right. So for someone who is stepping into the business, I tell everybody just stay the course. Stay your course. There's going to be trials and tribulations. There's going to be highs and lows. No matter what you go through, no matter how many times you get knocked down, just stay the course. You will reach your finish line.
Yeah.
When it comes to someone with their health, I just feel like this is there's no downtime. The risks are basically close to none. So you really don't have anything to lose. And I make my prices so
Yeah.
affordable. And I'm also working on, we'll be accepting health insurance soon as well. But anyone who is dealing with any health conditions, just give yourself a chance. You really don't have anything to lose. It's natural. So there's no downtime. These are straight from the earth, from the ground. So they do work, and just give yourself a chance.
I love that, Nikki. And then I don't want to skip over. You said you're working on getting health insurance.
Yeah.
So is it like FSA, HFSA, or just regular insurance? How is
Right.
that?
So I'm already approved. I'm just doing a process now so that I will be able to roll that out and accept it. But yes, it's going to be the flexible spending account, the health savings account, Medicaid, what is it, dual, different Medicaid, health insurance plans as well. So yes, in the next couple of months, we'll be able to do that as well. We do home visits as well, depending on what you have going on.
Yes.
We do. I have like cancer, chemo, and radiation patients who I'm servicing at their house right now. We do home visits. Or my beautician, she does home visits for hair, like mainly senior people. If they need their hair done and they can't come into the shop, we do on-site or home visits as well.
I look, and we should have said that probably 30 minutes ago so that people knew. But she just said, here's the thing about your health insurance. You shouldn't have to wait to get sick just to use it. You should be doing preventative methods. That's what Nikki at the Beauty Mart provides. But instead of like going out of pocket, if you're already putting your money into a bank to be able to use, keep your money in your pocket and use what you have and go there. And so you're not using your immediate cash, but you're using your reserve bank. And that's such a great investment for yourself to invest it that way. Like we said before, when we had the attorney, Marlena Sells, talking about, you need, if the emergency already happens, you're too late if you don't have the insurance. Why not take care of it? Like you're saying, if I have medical coverage that can do something for me, I'm using the coverage. That's what you use it for. That's what you have it for. Use it. Don't wait. Just like you use that vacation time, you need to be using that health, this health spending accounts and flexible spending accounts to make sure you're doing well. So we just have Anissa. She just joined in. She said, can her contact information be given? She said, I have patients that would love services in their home. Yes. See, Nikki, you have people that are thinking about in-home services.
Right.
And we're definitely going to put that back up. So you can find her by contacting her direct message on Facebook at Nikia Smith, but you can contact her at her business number of 678-353 8967. Again, that's 678-353-8967. And you can just save this, watch it again to learn more about it. But that's the number. And I love that you do the in-home services because it keeps it intimate, still have a beautiful experience. But sometimes, like you said, people are weak, they're not comfortable, they don't have the confidence to be able to do it, even if it's still a private opportunity in the shop. They still will feel more comfortable in their home until they can build the confidence to come to the Beauty Mart 412. But Nikki, I think what you're doing is so progressive, so needed, so like appreciated by those who have already experienced it. And I know there's a lot of anticipation for those who want to experience it, like myself. And so I just want to learn so much more from you as an entrepreneur, but also as somebody that's going to help me keep my body, that I only have one, as healthy as I possibly can. So, Nikki, thank you so much for saying yes to this collaboration and giving us a little bit more insight on who you are as a person and also as a business owner. Thank you so much again for watching Chats with Chantla. I had the amazing guest, Nikia Smith, owner of the Beauty Mart 412. Make sure if you're just now joining, you hit the replay button so you can watch it and connect with her. You have her business number. Connect with her on Facebook, do a personal message, or just go right down Pittsburgh at 551 Long Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and check out the Beauty Mart. Thanks so much for watching Chats with Chantla. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for watching another episode of Chats with Chantla. See you next time.